Ring you, Mr. Graeme Kenna. Graeme Kenna of the City Mental Health Team, or City Solicitor, sorry. Let's see what here. Who's not going to pick up like usual? Well, let's see. And he's never going to take the call. They never take the call. So I have to then forced to leave a message. And then they don't get back to me.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello Mr. Kenna, it's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is Friday the 13th of September 2024 and I've been leaving your daily messages since the start of October 2023 following the unlawful arrest and detention of my brother on the 8th of August 2023. It's now been over 400 days that you have been unlawfully detaining my brother in your private prison at Sunningdale Care Home and then instructing them not to engage with me and not providing me with any legal framework of how you managed to detain my brother for such a long period of time without clear justifications and without any legal oversight to do so. You've simply come down with your police friends, made some false allegations of neglect, kidnapped my brother, put me under a criminal investigation, gone into my bedroom, stolen my brother's passports, kidnapped my brother, and are now been holding him hostage and at ransom for a period of over a year now without engaging with me. I'm just mindful of the fact that this is now the 13th of September 2024 and exactly 10 years ago in 2014 on the 18th of September 2014 you had equally tortured and murdered my brother, older brother Nazim, to death, wasn't it? And it's just a groundhog day, because you were then telling me to, oh Mr. Hussain, you must put things in writing to us, you must put things in writing to us. This aspect of putting things in writing to you is simply a ploy and a tactic to avoid dealing with the situation directly, whereas in the previously a decade ago you were colluding and conspiring with West Yorkshire Police then to murder my brother and frame me for his death because he was in a care home. Then was he not equally in a nursing home at the time, Sunningdale nursing home at Staveley and Berkeley's nursing home, Staveley and Berkeley's nursing home in Shipley, which is run and operated by another one of your associates, Conrad Chaiker. And so he along with your adult safeguarding board, were all colluding and conspiring with each other to torture and murder my older brother exactly a decade ago, Nazim, so that you could then frame me for his death. I mean, such an audacious act. I did not get to see my brother, did I, for the last couple of months of his life. And there seems to be a recurring pattern here, doesn't there, Mr. Kenna? You take control of the situation. You ban me from the lives of the people that you've taken control of. You plunder their finances, and then you torture and murder them, and you prevent me from having access to my brother, my family members. In that particular case, I was a court-appointed deputy for my brother's property and finances, and even then you colluded and conspired with the public guardian and looked to undermine and sabotage any legal rights I may have. You just want it all your own way as a local authority, isn't it? You want to be in control, you want to be in charge, you want to be respected with your authority. But the reality is that, people respect competency, people respect virtuous actions, people respect people that are able-bodied and can do things. Nobody respects a retarded, malevolent, malicious, authoritarian, vindictive and cruel organization such as yourself as a local authority. Nobody respects you. And in the absence of respect, you must force people to fear you. And what are you going to scare me with? Send me to prison, take away my money, murder my family members? Oh, you've already done that, haven't you? So what am I to be scared of? Oh, we're going to take away your life. You take away. This is what you do. You murder people, and then you look to terrorize people that we're going to kill you if you don't shut up about the situation. I ain't going to shut up. You think I'm the type of guy that's going to shut up? I've been screaming about the fact that you've been murdering people for 2.5 decades. It's just that nobody wants to listen to me because everybody's enamored and enamored with your veneer of respectability and authority. This is simply the Milgram experiments played out due to compliance to authority. The Milgram experiments, as you know, were prison experiments where people were asked to do deplorable things under the guise of taking instructions from authority. I don't neither respect or have or will follow your dictates, because I know the fact that you are morally bankrupt and soon enough to be financially bankrupt, because you lie, cheat and manipulate. You torture and murder people such as my family members, and you're getting away with it. And the only reason that you're getting away with it is because you use public money, so ratepayers' money, council tax money, to then buy off people in positions of authority. Who is the public guardian? Who was the public guardian in my brother Talib's case? Was it not Nick Goodwin, who was in charge of helping to murder my mother and now then absconded to become the head of the courts and tribunal services? You got key people in positions of authority and power that you can buy off in quid pro quo arrangements to undermine. Ultimately, this is the perverting the institution of justice to undermine its efficacy, so that you, the local authority, can maintain your public reputation. How is this any different than what the post office were doing? To maintain the public reputations, they were quite happy to throw sub-postmasters under the bus and criminally convict them just so that they can maintain their public persona. And similarly, this is with yourself. You're trying to maintain a public persona because what's important to you is not my brother Talib's life. What's important to you is not my life or murdering me off. That's not an issue for you. What is the priority for you is your City of Culture 2025 status. That you're going to go around telling the whole world that you're a City of Culture 2025, yet exploit and murder my family members and look to torture us in the background. It's just simply ridiculous. I'm leaving your daily message. Why are you refusing to engage with me as a local authority? Oh, Mr. Hussain, you must put it in an email. I'm sending emails out to every single councillor in Bradford. So everybody knows about my plight in the positions of authority. All I'm now looking to do is I'm trying to publicize it to the whole world to know the fact that this is what you do. You go around stealing money from stealing or robbing from the members of the public, so you can feed your own vanity projects and plug holes, financial deficits that you've created through your incompetencies and mismanagement of public money. And then it's a series of lies and deceptions, bullying and intimidating, murdering and torturing, so that you can maintain this position of authority and control. I can assure you that, and you know it yourself, you're losing your grip on power and control, and this is why you're acting megalomaniacally and torturously and malicious and vindictive. You're a madman on the verge of his own demise and looking to lash out at me, making me the single focus of your anger and anguish, when the reality is that this is all simply your chickens coming home to roost.
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. Please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Okay, Mr. Kenna, once again, time is getting the better of me, so I'm looking to wrap up this conversation. As you know, I've been leaving daily messages for over a year to your partners, and you've been fully aware of this. It's been, I've been 403 of 4 days that you've kidnapped my brother. It's his birthday coming up on the 15th of September. You have no court orders in place. This matter was never in court. You've simply told the police to come and take him from my care, and I've been detaining him unlawfully. You know it and I know it. I would like to be able to speak to my brother. It seems highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to do so, because you've instructed the care home not to allow him to speak to me, because you know the fact that I record conversations and I would publicize what he's saying. So ultimately, we're on a pathway here where you're going to torture and murder him and to silence him, and then eventually look to torture and murder me to silence me as well. But it doesn't change the fact of the reality that
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. Message sent. Goodbye.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that these people are murderers. They go around murdering the elderly. Nobody's any the wiser. They say, oh, they just died of natural causes. It was pneumonia. They died of pneumonia. Blame God. When they're acting like God, they want to be God. They want to have control over people. This is the reality of people that want to be in control. They want to eventually control your whole life. And ultimately, this leads to, well, we want to control your death and we want to murder. And this is what they're doing. They're just incompetent psychopaths that just want to remain in control and power, and then they're pathologically lying their way and colluding and conspiring in order to maintain this facade. Completely reprehensibly deplorable.